Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
Well, it's 5:44, and it's a Friday morning, and we're at Friday.
Yeah,
and
it is
great.
Friday, and Amber, seeing a lot of variables in the forecast here. One thing that's really interesting to me is how the snowpack is kind of keeping temperatures down further to the east.
Yeah, and you'll see that happen from year to year when we start seeing the snowpack deplete in areas, and typically it happens in the west, in areas that it sticks around a little longer. It'll have an impact on those daytime highs.
Right.
Yeah. And today's going to be no different. Take a look at the temperatures this morning. Overnight lows in the upper 20s and low 30s. We're at 31 in Williston right now, 32 in Minot, 28 in Bismarck, 29 in Dickinson. Your Cartiva of Minot wind chills in the teens and 20s, and our wind speeds are much lighter than this time yesterday. No wind advisories to speak of, 10 to 15 sustained. Might see these pick up just a little bit, especially in north central and eastern North Dakota. In fact, a few wind gusts. I threw these in here so you can see that not all of us are gusty right now. We have a few wind gusts off towards the west, Rockford City, Dickinson, even into Minot. I think the areas that could be a little gusty would be north central and eastern North Dakota. Harvey, you'll probably be a little gusty this afternoon. Now, here's the satellite, and we're not talking a lot about radar here. There's no snow to talk about. Maybe a little radar junk here you see down towards the south. That's how you know there's a radar close by. But we do have some cloud cover that makes it look like we've got overcast conditions. And while we do have some mid-level clouds here off towards the northwest, most of these clouds are actually some higher thin clouds. So if you look outside, in many cases you can actually see the moon, but you'll see it's kind of a film over the moon, and that's those thin clouds that are showing up on the satellite. A lot of times the morning satellite is a little deceiving, but here are the highs today. This is what Josh was talking about. The function of snowpack, keeping us a little cooler off towards the east. In fact, Medina only upper 30s, around 40, the rest of us in the 40s, but 50s and 60s in areas where we've got bare ground. So we're looking at a very warm March 6th. And so we're going to keep that sunshine for today. High thin clouds certainly might stick around, but we'll have a mostly sunny day. And then the wind speeds, any kind of gusts we feel, any kind of maybe breezy conditions that we feel with those southerly winds, those will die down later on tonight. Heading into Saturday, we'll have a mostly sunny day for most of us, pulling a little cloud cover by the afternoon, but temperatures tomorrow back into the 40s, 50s, and 60s with a cold front moving through Saturday night into early Sunday morning. Now, what's going to happen here? And you can see that the models are picking up on a bit of a mix, maybe a little bit of light accumulation. This is probably going to be a dry front, but we could see maybe some areas seeing a little bit of moisture. I can tell you that inside this as well, we're pulling in some moisture that you won't be able to see on the radar, but could fall in the form of freezing drizzle on Saturday night into Sunday morning. So that could slicken some roads up. We'll have to watch that. But temperatures for tomorrow, again, very warm, a lot of 50s and 60s, a little cooler off towards the east here, some 40s for those daytime highs. That's still well above average. Here's the forecast for Dickinson. This is one of those areas that will stay in the 60s for a couple of days. The cold front certainly doing a number on our highs on Sunday. Williston, you can see here around 60 with mid-30s there on Sunday. That's actually bringing us back down to average. Here's your Sunday forecast. Right now, we're mostly slated to see those 30s in some areas, seeing some upper 20s, but it will be a chilly day compared to Saturday. And then we'll head into next week a little cooler on Monday, but we'll rebound. Notice the average high in Minot right now is 32 degrees. We're well above that for most of the 7-day. Very small chances for precipitation, with better chances, and they're still small, for the southern half of the state at this point for the beginning of next week. That's the Bismarck 7-day. Back to the 40s and 50s for a good part of next week.
So another splendid weekend.
Yeah, look at least the first half.
Yeah, the first half.
If you like the cooler weather and the thicker jackets, then maybe you'll love Sunday too.
Stay in Sunday, meal prep for the week.
Yeah,
right?
Right.
All right. Well, we miss out on a lot of important moments in our lives as we pass the hours with our noses not buried in a book, but those devices. And today is the perfect day to unplug and be present. Let's check out our National Day calendar.
Yeah, that's right. It's National Day of